Because some of you are not quite aware of what's going on with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds and Justin Baldoni. Blake Lively was in this movie with Justin Baldoni, in which she began to, let's say, influence and get bossy about the production itself. And Ryan Reynolds, you remember Ryan Reynolds from Deadpool, for example, and he also went onto that, even as far as to rewrite part of the script without Justin Baldoni, who was the co-star and the director of the movie and the one behind the idea of the movie and the one who bought the rights to the book It Ends With Us to make the movie. So it so happens that after two mutual lawsuits, it seems that Blake Lively and her team is in trouble because a video has surfaced in which she admits things that, well, are making her look really bad. Really bad. I'm going to play the video. We're going to play it, her words, and then we're going to be analyzing and see what does it mean for her case, and to decide if Justin Baldoni or Blake Lively, which one of the two, is the bad guy in here. Because you know that at some point I gave her the benefit of the doubt. And even if Justin Baldoni looks like a legit good guy, countless of times psychopaths all over the world have looked like a good guy and have fooled everybody. So let's watch this. TMZ, according to Blake Lively, she says she presents like she's just a cute actress, but once she gets the role, she likes to take over the movie. By the way, does that sound like somebody that you know? Does that sound familiar? Once she gets the role, she likes to take over the movie? Let's put this way. Once she gets into the family, she likes to take over the narrative? Yeah, let me see. I know you know who I'm talking about. I know you know who am I talking about. Yeah, the megalodon. That absolutely sounds like the megalodon. Instantly. And the most baffling, let's watch the video first.
It's just as important to say, okay, I believe in this, and that's why I'm standing up for it, and that's why I'm not being difficult. And then there are other moments to go like, am I the asshole in the room? Like, what is happening here? I would show up on a set. I knew that they just wanted me to show up and look cute and stand on a little pink sticker where I'm supposed to go and say what I'm supposed to say. But I also knew that like that wasn't fulfilling for me, that I wanted to be a part of the storytelling, that I wanted to be a part of the narrative, whether that be in the writing, in the costume design, in creating the character. And sometimes I had directors or producers or writers who would welcome that and invite that once they saw that I was able to offer that. And sometimes I would have people who really resented that because.
So I don't know how long ago was this video. This video was like a couple of years ago or something like that. It has just resurfaced, and she's basically saying, you just heard her words, like, I'm usually requested to be the cute actress, but that is not fulfilling for me. Like I want to get involved in everything, and sometimes people are okay with that. Directors. Sometimes directors are okay with that. Sometimes they don't, because that's not part of your. Let's say what you're meant to do. You're meant to do your job, which is the acting. Now, some have said that I think she was executive producer, but an executive producer cannot. Let's say that they try to make sure what is feasible to convey the creative vision of the director. So in all cases, it's the director, the one who has the last word. If something cannot be done, like location or something like that, well, that's maybe the executive producer can chime in, but it's not like the executive producer can alter the creative vision of the director, because that is not their job, and much less if there is this huge conflict of not a conflict of interest, but that you begin this, let's say, try to get into everything. And she's admitting that in this video. She has admitted that in this video. Let's watch the rest of the video before we move on.
Because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled.
All right, I wouldn't reveal. She's saying that, yes, I would go as in, oh, yes, I'm just an actor, yeah, and I wouldn't reveal her words. In her words, she exposed herself in that regard. I mean, if I was a director, let's say I'm filming a movie, and it's not AI, I'm filming an actual movie, and I'm a director, I'm a filmmaker, and I'm considering to cast, to pick my cast for my movie. If I saw this attitude, I would instantly discard her because I knew that would be trouble. Okay, maybe you can, stick to your job and I can stick to mine, in which, of course, the director has the most important job in a film set. No, she's exposing the fact that she likes to influence, to be authoritarian, to be bossy, and well, it's like that is exactly what happened in this movie, and that's what exactly is this lawsuits about. And Justin Baldoni tried his best. He has like shown proof that he tried his best to make this work. He tried his best to make this work, and well, this video, I absolutely needed to show you this video because this just exposes so many things.
So I think that for them, sometimes that might have felt like a rug pull because you're like, you're trying to assert yourself into something that we didn't hire you to do. And so it was a really strange position to be in because I felt like I don't want to just be an actor. Like I want to have more authorship.
Yeah, this is a problem. There are people. She's saying, I don't just want to be an actor. I want to have authorship. You know what do you do in those instances, Blake? You direct your own movie. That worked really well for Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck wrote the screenplay of Good Will Hunting. He won the Oscar with Matt Damon for that screenplay. It was nice. Ben Affleck has been in great movies. Ben Affleck has great experience as a director as well. But it's not like he's an actor in a movie and he's trying to, I'm acting in this movie. I'm trying to mess with the role of the director because I have this vision. Okay, no, but you cannot you can do that here, buddy. And I'm going to explain what is the rationale of people like this in this regard. Is that they want the authority. Pay attention to this because this is important. They want the authority without the responsibility. Without being responsible for the consequences. Because if something goes wrong with the movie, who are they going to blame? They're going to blame the director, of course. So she wants to influence, she wants to be authoritarian, she wants to be bossy, she wants to be engaged in everything. Costume designer with set design, with the screenplay, with everything. But if something goes wrong, she doesn't want to do anything with that, of course. That is a very comfortable position to be in. I would like to be in that position. Oh, I can, pull the strings, you push things, you should do here. I think that you should do this such and such and such a way. And I remember, for example, the best example that I can get off the top of my head, classic example from cinema is from the Terminator 1, the first Terminator movie, when there was the scene at the police station and Schwarzenegger reads the script, and the script says, "I'll be back." Right? Legendary quote. And you know how Schwarzenegger, being Schwarzenegger, he went and he being also bossy and trying to influence everything, he went to James Cameron and he told me, "Hey, James, I think that, a robot wouldn't say, 'I'll be back.' A robot would say, 'I will be back.'" And maybe you don't remember the story of this, but in fact, Arnold Schwarzenegger was not going to be the original Terminator. He like James Cameron picked him up because he had so many good ideas. Schwarzenegger had so many good ideas about being a robot and how the robot had to move that finally James Cameron picked him up. So Schwarzenegger had good ideas. So it would make sense that if Schwarzenegger said, the robot should say, "I will be back," then James Cameron would listen to him. But one thing is before filming started, and then Schwarzenegger was picked for the role. And another thing is after the filming started, in which James Cameron essentially looked at Schwarzenegger to his eyes and he told him, "Arnold, just stick to what you are doing. Stick to acting, and I will stick to directing." Are we okay with that? So you can imagine. We're talking about James Cameron. James Cameron is a force of nature. Like Schwarzenegger can be the Terminator. We're talking about James Cameron. And if it comes to bet on these people, I will bet on James Cameron every single day. So James Cameron looked at him in the eye. "Hey, stick to the acting and say the goddamn line as is in the script. I'll be back." And Schwarzenegger, "All right, buddy, I don't agree," and the rest is history. So that's the that's off the top of my head the kind of things that you have. This is strong personalities that want to influence what happening on set. You want to influence what happens on set, then become a director. Buy the rights to a book. Make your own movie. Look for the funding. Look for a producer. Look for the cast. Do all the work yourself, and then we could talk, because that means that you have to, be responsible for your actions. Maybe you are not interested in this gossip. Maybe you are not interested in this narcissist. But the idea is to study how these narcissists act, so you can spot the same patterns in day-to-day life, because it's really easy. All right, you want the authority. You want to be the authority to be able to lead, to impose, to push people in certain directions, but you don't want the responsibility of the consequences. Oh, no. If something goes wrong, it's going to be the director. If something goes wrong, the costume is going to be the costume designer or the set designer or everything. Very, very, very comfortable way to go around their life. Again, this is still ongoing. This topic is still ongoing. I'm pretty sure we're gonna. This is gonna be disastrous for her case. Not that I care really. I blame this also on Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds should have seen that this was wrong in many ways. Ryan Reynolds also is the kind of actors that has a lot of input, but so far I hadn't heard of any issues with any director with Ryan Reynolds. I could say that there were some differences, creative differences, when it came to make Deadpool 2. Which, by the way, I liked Deadpool 2. Many people didn't like Deadpool 2. I think it was Tim Miller. Is Tim Miller the original director? Yes. Tim Miller was the director of Deadpool 1. They got along quite well, him and Ryan Reynolds, but somehow Tim Miller did not go back for it was a matter of the story they wanted for Deadpool 2. That Tim Miller was a bit overboard with that. Maybe was not the best fit, but there was some friction in there. But again, in summary, you have to be careful when somebody wants to, shine and being everywhere, and I'm attract attention on people and say, oh, I feel unfulfilled with this tiny thing. No, I want to do so many things. Yeah, but to do the other things, you have to be responsible for the consequences as well. And there's a reason why they are very well-defined jobs, in this case, the filmmaking industry, or in any other industry. So be careful with that kind of personalities when they, oh yeah, I want to go and try to push myself into these other areas, because that will also be trouble. But I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. Remember to download my 100 body language tips in the description of this video, and you will be subscribed to my email list as well.